Guess what today is?
Today is your birthday. It's my birthday too.
What are you gonna do for your birthday today, baby?
Swim with the sea turtle.
Yes.
Best birthday ever.
We're gonna go to a cenote first, which we really could care less about going to a cenote, but we're gonna do it. And,
I feel like you've seen one, you've seen them all.
yeah, and then we're gonna go swim with some turtles. So it's gonna be a good time. So we're gone until 2 o'clock, I think they said. So
Yeah,
we're gonna be
2:30.
we're gonna be gone most of the day, most of the morning, I guess. And then we'll come back and drink some more.
To some shenanigans.
Yes, more shenanigans. We like
Probably in the
shenanigans.
pool.
Yes. Okay.
Happy birthday to me.
So, I'm out of breath. We just came from literally the Culinarium restaurant is
Steps away from our door.
maybe 20 yards that way, right across here. And so we left there and we walked over to where the smoking area is, which is 20 steps that way. And then we walked 20 steps back this way. And I'm out of breath.
You ate so much.
I mean, I could run around and referee a soccer game, but I can't walk 20 feet without. But anyway.
Not after that meal, you can't.
No.
That was
You had
good.
You had a good birthday.
I had a wonderful birthday. Best birthday I can remember in a long time.
What was your highlight of your birthday?
The sea turtles and the fishes.
So,
Snorkeling.
we got some footage, as you saw, of our sea turtles and reef excursion. However, the excursion was supposed to be, we go to a cenote, and we'll talk about this in a minute, but we go to a cenote, and then they're going to take us to the sea turtles, which that was going to be take you out, dump you off of a boat, you get to swim around a reef for a little bit, then you swim in toward the shore, and that's where the sea turtles are, and then you go in, and then you have lunch, right? Well, that's not the way it went. So, step by step, we went to a cenote, and we didn't really want to go to a cenote at first.
We were like, we've already seen a cenote before, so it's no big deal. Well, apparently, there's 3 different types of cenote. The first type that we saw, first time we came to Mexico, was an open cenote. Or a semi-open.
And we didn't have a guide. They just threw us in the water and just kind of stood and watched us. Where today, we had somebody.
And this was a closed cenote.
Yeah.
And so it was like,
was a cave.
like a cave. We couldn't take any pictures while we were there
No.
because it's not allowed. And they're like protected, kind of like our national parks.
Well, you're swimming around in their groundwater, basically.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying, was like, this is our groundwater. And so they don't want anything, like, your phone gets in the groundwater,
Right,
it
they
can
don't want you to
contaminate all
lose.
of their groundwater. So
Yeah, so you couldn't take anything except for what you were wearing, your bathing suit. Like no shoes, no phones.
Nothing. They just like your.
Nothing.
So, well, your bathing suit, yes.
What you were wearing.
But not
yeah.
your, like, you, yeah. So, anyway, so it was a good time. We swam around in that, and it was really kind of interesting because we had a guide, and he
was
showed
very
us,
knowledgeable,
very
yeah.
knowledgeable. Showed us like how
Sorry, I have a touch bag.
the roof of the cenote was at one point the surface of like the sand on the shore,
ocean.
and so there was lots of shells and stuff, and it was really neat.
Fossils.
And there was points where we were having to crawl through these spaces that were just big enough for our heads, and it was a
very
good time.
cool.
So we left there and we went down this very, really, really, really bumpy road to get to and from this place. And they drove us 20 minutes down the road to Akumal.
Which in Mayan means turtle's nest.
Turtle's Nest. That's very good.
Yes.
You remembered that. That's
I
awesome.
won the trivia on the bus, remember?
That's 10 points. So now you have your 35 points.
Now I can come home.
So we go to the Turtle's Nest, Akumal, and the beach is beautiful. There's, again, pictures, and I'll probably throw some pictures up here again so you can kind of see. But the beach was beautiful. It was people everywhere. It was, I don't know if it's, I would assume that there were resorts on either end of where we were at, but there was a lot of scuba and turtle sightseeing places there. But they took us out on a boat, and they took us out probably a quarter of a mile off the beach.
Yeah, it wasn't super far. It was
No.
far enough.
And they said, get off the boat. So we all jumped off the boat. It literally was just like, get off the boat. And so we all jumped off the boat, and we landed in the water, and we were directly over the top of probably the most beautiful coral reef that I've ever seen.
And our guide told us it's the second largest coral reef in the Yucatan.
Yeah. It was gorgeous, and there were fish and just craziness everywhere, and it was beautiful. And I wish that I would have gotten better footage of this reef because it was like gorgeous, and I just, none of our, I had my camera, so we're trying to use our phones as our cameras, and it worked to a degree, as you saw, but like when we need a GoPro, honestly, because when you have your phone in a pouch with plastic on it and it gets wet, you can't really start it or stop it the way that you need to. And it starts and stops and flips. So anyways, my phone,
time lapse.
right, my phone went to time lapse. So I was sitting there videoing for the first 5 minutes of the thing, and I'm doing a time lapse. So none of my video came out. Carla's video is what you actually saw of the first part.
They weren't great, but
But it was something, and so it's. So then we swam across.
They told us that we would have like 15 to 25 minutes
right
at the coral.
And we got
at the
very
coral reef.
and
we had like
time.
maybe 5-7 minutes.
Yeah.
Like they rushed us very big time.
So I believe the coconut just
I
fell.
think so.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
You could have died.
And well,
So
I didn't.
So then we swim in, and there was probably a 50-yard swim where we're looking for. She saw a barracuda.
Oh, it was so big.
This swim. I didn't get to see the barracuda because I'm trying to fix my phone.
So big.
And they're telling me to hurry up, and the whole time I'm trying to fix my phone because like I'm not here to really. I want pictures, you know. So I get my phone somewhat fixed, and I'm swimming in, and they're all seeing turtles at this point. They're all doing these hand signs for turtles and stuff, and so this was the hand sign for turtle. This was for
manta
ray, yeah. And this was for if you see a shark.
Yeah, if you see a shark.
And so we swim in. We finally did see some turtles, as you saw, and it was really kind of neat because they're big. They're not little, and you see by the people in the videos how big these turtles are, and they just don't really care that you're there. They just literally completely ignore you the entire time that you're there. They swim up, they get their water or their air. That's funny. They get up, they get their air, and they come back down and they eat the grass. And that's the other thing that was kind of neat. So they eat the grass. They're completely omnivorous.
Seagrass.
Is that right? Omnivorous? No, it's not omnivorous.
No,
That's herbivorous. Herbivores. They eat the grass on the bottom of the ocean, and so they told us not to touch the ocean floor.
Yeah, like they were like, stay this way. Like, don't put your feet down.
So we did. We just kind of swam in the top of the surface of the ocean and swam over these sea turtles.
It was only like 6, 7, 8 feet deep.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
And so we get done with that, and we're walking to the shore. And about 10 feet from the shore, the biggest stingray I've ever. Well, I've only seen 2 or 3 in my life, but this thing was like 6 feet across.
It was enormous.
It was insane. We tried. I tried to get my phone out to get a picture of it. But I kid you not, it was like if I laid down in the water, it would have been as big as me.
Oh, yeah.
It was insane.
I wish we would have got
the shadow that it made was like it was insane. So anyway,
it was incredible.
That was a great time. So then I thought we was going to have lunch right there on the beach. Did you?
I did. That was my understanding. Yes.
But no, we get back in the truck, and if you look on a map. All right. So if you look on a map, there's a bird right there. So if you look on a map. So where we were in Tulum, literally right there on the Akumal beach in Tulum, we drove like 30 to 45 minutes all the way up to Puerto Aventuras to the, what is it called? Cancun Adventure. Mm-hmm. They have their own little like beachfront area.
Kind of like a beach club.
But it was a 30 to 35, 40 minute drive from the Akumal beach where we had lunch. Now, again, our tour guide, Alejandro, we called him Alex, was absolutely fantastic.
He was wonderful.
He was wonderful. The 2 complaints that I would have is, one, we had to drive 45 minutes to have lunch. I didn't like that. I didn't mind going and picking up the other people because that's just part of being in a tour, but having to drive 45 minutes to have lunch was kind of, and
they didn't explain it that way, so it wasn't expected.
And the cenote we went to, again, we had to drive down these dumpy, bumpy roads to get to the cenote. I understand that as well because it's Mexico and they're not going to spend a bunch of money on these roads because they're out in the country. We have country roads in Oklahoma, in the United States. However, if you're taking people to a place that is your beachfront property where you're going to have their meals and whatever, their road was worse than the road to the cenote.
Yeah, they should.
They really need to take some time once a week, once a month, whatever, to smooth out that road because it was awful.
It took so long to get down that road just because of how bad it was.
So anyway, those 2 things that's it is what it is. I had a great time, and she got to see sea turtles on her birthday.
I did. I got to see I think I saw 7 sea turtles.
God, we've gone for 9 minutes. We can talk, baby.
You can talk. I don't talk.
You talk some, and then we came back, and I took a nap because she wore me out today.
I went to the bar.
She went to the bar, and then I played volleyball again. No video this time.
Yeah, I didn't take a video this time.
And then we got cleaned up for supper.
Yep.
And we had supper, which
it was fantastic.
Again, you just saw what we had for supper. I'm going to let's talk about what we had for supper. Let's put it in right here.
Okay.
So we had
appetizers,
and the appetizers were for you,
I had the Greek salad.
the Greek salad, which I'll put
wasn't like a
picture
Greek salad that you
over
think
my
about.
beautiful face. This would be Greek salad.
It was great. It was. I liked it.
And then I had what did I have?
Frito misto.
Frito misto. It's like it's a plate full of seafood. It's
Fried, like tempura battered almost. or
absolutely
something.
perfect. So if you come to this resort, which some people are going to be watching this because my kids are watching this, they love watching us be YouTube superstars. But then people who come to this resort are going to watch this and want to know about these restaurants. And so I think tomorrow, at some point tomorrow, we'll do a review of all the restaurants.
Yeah.
And so for
And
right now,
show what we ate.
we'll just talk about Culinarium because this is where we went to the Culinarium tonight. My main. Oh no, I had a second
Then we had
appetizer.
soup.
I had
right?
I had that soup, and you had,
A soup. It was a carrot
soup.
and coconut soup. Yeah.
and we'll show pictures of both of those. What I had will be on her beautiful face, and what she had will be on my beautiful face. But the soup that I had, the bolognese, I believe it's bouillabaisse, was basically, again, a seafood soup, but the broth in this soup, if I could can this up and bring it back to the United States, I would be a billionaire because it was so unbelievably good.
That's funny.
And the soup you had was...
It was carrot and coconut.
So
It was good.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
And then we both had salmon. So, again, I had like the... What do they call that? Like when you have like like, doesn't matter. Lots of seafood. And then we both had that and it was good. We'll just put a picture of it right in the middle. And then
I also got the pork belly
for her.
which was, it was so rich. I could not
Heavy.
eat all of it. It was just
very heavy.
The gravy that it had and the pork belly itself was very
Meaty.
fatty. It was delicious.
Yeah. It was very good.
But I had already had another main dish.
Yeah, so she was stuffed.
So I was like, I cannot finish this. It's so rich.
And I had
The coq au vin. Cornish hen.
I had a Cornish hen, and then it was, it was good. But I was at that point, I was done eating. I ate it. I ate the whole thing because I'm not going to let this baby little chicken go to waste.
I know, poor baby chicken.
But it was good, and we stuffed ourselves, and then we forced ourselves to have dessert, which again, we will have dessert right here for you to see. She's my dessert. The dessert that we're going to have is going to be right here. We had
ice cream.
Ice cream, basically. Yeah,
it was gelato though, but
Yeah.
it was like really. Mine came on a brioche bun, which was weird, but I didn't eat the bread. It was just a scoop of vanilla and scoop of chocolate, but it was and put some pistachios with some like granola, and I just put that on top of my ice cream, and it was very good. And then we just asked the waitress, who her name is Margarita. She's the best waitress here. We love her. We had her last year.
See if
also.
you can get her, because
She's so friendly. She's so cute. Oh, I love her. And so I said I wanted to get the brioche ice cream, and then whatever she recommended. And she recommended I don't remember what it was called now. It was kind of like a baklava. It had like phyllo dough and goat cheese and honey in it. And she said, you have to have that with ice cream. So
and
she got ice cream with it.
It doesn't normally come with ice cream, but she got me ice cream.
She was really sweet on Mr. Jimmy. She really liked it.
So that's that for now.
So yeah, we're stuffed.
So now
We're gonna go find some entertainment and have a few drinks.
Because it's only like 8:30, and it's like, let me show you this real quick. Let me just turn this around. Look how dark it is out here. It's dark as crap. This is the way it is. Like 8:30 down here. It's just so dark, and there's but it's,
It's also a beautiful day. It's not very humid. There's a little breeze. It's so nice.
It's amazing because it's like 80 degrees, but it feels like it's like 60. It's just beautiful outside.
Yeah, it kind of does.
So.
That's nice.
So anyway, let's go. Maybe some karaoke, I think, was tonight.
Yeah, they're doing karaoke at 9, I think.
So
we might watch some people do karaoke.
You might get some bonus footage of one of us singing a song.
Probably not. It depends on the crowd, maybe.
Maybe. So, if not, we'll see you tomorrow. And if so, you better comment,
better like it,
and subscribe. Because I'm not singing a freaking song in Mexico if you don't click that little button down there. You seriously?
do it.